I wore a tiny patch to work, and my wife started crying in the kitchen. She was not sad. She was standing at the counter holding a water bottle, crying because she had just picked up one of our 3-year-old twin grandbabies. Her arm had discomfort for years. There's a moment I've noticed when people just stop. They stop fighting. They stop looking. They stop trying new things because they give up, because they get tired of hoping. My wife tried things, different things, for years. Her arm had been uncomfortable for years, not from an accident, just from life, from the kind of wear that builds up when you're always there for everyone else, when you work hard. She would walk over to pick up one of our twin grandbabies. They're 3 years old, and she'd have to stop herself. She would pick up one and then set her down. My wife never complained. That was the hardest part. She just adjusted quietly. The way you do when you've decided this is just the new normal. Before I go any further, let me tell you who I am and what this video is about. My name is Mark Gill. I spent 20 years plus in technology. I know how to look at things carefully. I'm trained to be technical and curious. This is not a sales video. I am not a doctor. I don't make medical claims or advice. I never will. What I am is a husband and a grandfather who tried something and wants to tell you about it honestly. The way you tell a friend over coffee, not a pitch, not a performance, just what happened. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I know who watches something like this all the way through. It's not someone desperate. It's not someone chasing magic. It's someone like me who works hard, who always showed up, who's done everything right, and who still woke up in the mornings feeling like the tank was just running low. And they've been told by their doctor, by their family, by that quiet voice in their own head that this is just what life feels like. I believed that too for a while. And then something changed, and I'd feel like I was doing you wrong if I didn't say something. Let me tell you what my life looked like before this. Sleep. I wasn't sleeping badly. I just wasn't never fully resting. You know, the kind of sleep where you're down for 8 hours and wake up at 6 a.m. and feel like you only got 3 hours sleep. That was me. Every morning I'd get up, push through. By early afternoon, I was running on fumes. I'd walk into a room and forget why I was there. Mid-sentence, I'd lose the word I was looking for. I spent 30 years talking to clients. That kind of thing bothers you. Bothered me. My vision had been shifting. Reading felt harder. I chalked it up to age. My energy, it felt like a slow leak in a tire, steady, gradual, and then one day you realize you're almost flat. I told myself the same thing most people tell themselves. This is just what 60 feels like. And here's the thing about that story. When you believe it, you stop looking. Most people hear that sentence and they nod. They accept it. They adjust their life around the gap. Some people don't. Some people hear it and think, I'm not done yet. I was one of those people, and maybe you are too. A friend told me about this patch. My first reaction, I almost laughed. A patch, you put it on your skin, you wear it for 12 hours, nothing enters your body. Come on. He just said, just try it. Now, here's something I want you to hold on in your mind. Just two things. Don't do anything with them. Just hold on to them. Fact number one, your body gives off heat. Right now, infrared heat, you can't see it, but it's real. Science has known this for a long time. Fact two, this little patch is designed to sit on your skin and reflect specific wavelengths of that heat back into your body. No drugs, no chemicals, no steroids, nothing enters your body. That's it, two facts. In a moment, you'll find out what happened when I tried the patch. Now, before I get to what happened, I want to stop just for a second, because if you're watching this video this long, I already know something about you. You're not here because someone told you to be here. You're here because something in that little title felt true. Something stopped you. People who stay in a video past the halfway point, they're not chasing hype. They're not looking for something magical. They're looking for something that makes sense. They're the kind of person who doesn't give up on their body just because something got harder. And that is actually rare. The most important part of this story is still to come. I put the patch on. Before going to work, I told my wife I was trying something new. First night, I slept, not perfectly, not dramatically, but I slept in a way I hadn't slept in a long time. I woke up before the alarm, and my first thought wasn't, I'm tired. It was, wait, did I actually sleep through the night? That surprised me. By the end of week one, my energy felt different. Not like coffee, not fake, more like steadier. Like the slow leak had slowed down. A few weeks in, my eyes were clearer. I went to my eye doctor a little while later. She told me my eyesight had improved. I hadn't changed anything. What the eye doctor said surprised me. After about a month, my mind felt sharper. Not young, just more like me. The me who used to walk into a room and remember exactly why I'm here. The me who used to find the right word in the middle of a sentence. I wasn't expecting any of this. Now, my wife, she started wearing the patch around the same time. A few weeks in, she told me her arm felt different. Not gone, not fixed, just different. Easier. Then one morning, she walked over to one of the grandbabies and without thinking, she picked her up. Didn't say anything. She just stood there, holding her, eyes wet. That was the kitchen moment. That was the moment I decided I needed to tell someone about this. Now, I want to tell you one more story. Not mine, someone else's. There's a woman, a former medical doctor, spent 30 years as an anesthesiologist, 13 years of training before that. She knows the human body at a level most people never will. When she discovered this technology, she said, and I want to quote her exactly, "In 30 years of medicine, I have never seen anything like what I have seen in the last 21 months. She said, I do not say that lightly. I do not say things I do not mean. Now, I'm not asking you to take that as proof of anything. I'm not a medical doctor. This is not a medical claim. The doctor was not making a medical claim either. I'm just leaving it there because a 30-year physician saying she's never seen anything like this, that's worth 1 minute of time to think about. And then there's Rick. He's a dentist, long hours, always exhausted at the middle of the day. He said within 2 to 3 weeks of wearing the patch, he was sleeping through the night for the first time in years. He had energy after work. He was grateful. There's Kathy. Within 4 to 6 weeks, her energy was different. She said she didn't need that third or fourth cup of coffee in the afternoon anymore. She looked up at 10:30 at night and realized she was still going strong. She said that everything about her days had changed. And there's Cindy. She wore the patch for several months. Her grandchildren came to visit, and after a week, the grandchildren said to her, "You never called us by the wrong name this week." She realized her mental clarity had been changing so gradually she had not noticed until the grandchildren pointed it out to her. Jerome, he's from Idaho, he described it this way: "I panicked when I couldn't remember words. I'd lose them mid-sentence. That was my biggest fear," Jerome said. Memory started sharpening. His sleep improved, and then something no one expected: his eyesight got better. I want to be honest with you. I did not expect my eyesight to change. I didn't expect my wife's arm to feel different. I didn't expect to sleep the way I'm sleeping now after 6 months using this patch. None of that was promised. None of that was guaranteed. Individual results are different for everyone. But here is what I do know. This little patch uses the light your own body makes. Nothing enters you. No drugs, no stimulants, no steroids. The company that makes this patch has been around for 20 years. It has more than 70 patents and 80 plus studies. More than 400,000 people wear this patch every day. 20 years, 70 patents, 400,000 people. Those are a few facts worth considering. Here's what I think about people who are still watching this right now. They haven't given up on their body. They haven't accepted that the ceiling is where they are. That's not weakness. That's not being naive. That's actually the rarest thing there is at this stage of life. Most people, when the fog comes in, when the energy drops, when the body starts working against them, most people just stop looking. They adjust, they accept, they tell themselves the story. Some people keep looking. And if you're watching this right now, you already know which person you are. You don't have to be excited about this. You don't have to believe it will work for you. You just have to be a little bit curious. Because here's the thing about something that's completely safe: no drugs, nothing entering your body, and comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. The only risk in trying this is not trying it. My wife picks up the grandbabies now. Every single time they run to her, she doesn't think about it anymore. She just picks them up. That's the moment I keep coming back to. Not the science, not the patents, not any of the facts. Just those 2 3-year-old girls and my wife standing in the kitchen, crying the good kind of crying. The link in the description below is there so you can get started. One click. There's no pressure, just a door. You decide if you want to open it. Before you go, drop a comment below. Tell me, what is the one thing you wish felt easier in your body right now? Just one thing. One word is fine. I read every single comment, and if something in this video felt true to you, please share it with someone who might need it today. Not to sell them anything, just because sometimes the most caring thing you can do for someone you love is open a door. I'll see you in the next one. I'm not a doctor, and this video is not medical advice. Everything that is shared is for education and information only, based on my own experience and the stories people choose to share. LifeWave products are for general wellness only and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Results are different for everyone, and nothing you hear is a promise or a guarantee of results. Please always talk with your own licensed healthcare provider before you start, stop, or change anything with your health, medications, or treatment plan. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration.